Hi friends, welcome to cricksurf.com, and today we are going to talk about a very exciting match that happened yesterday between England and Australia. So after playing with Pakistan, now Australia have arrived in the England and they have now started playing the T20 series, and the first match happened yesterday in the night. If you talk about the Indian timings, then the match started around at 10:30, I think. So that was quite a thriller match, and both the teams were fighting against each other to who will come out as a winner. And we will take you through what happened in the match. So England started batting first, and they managed a total of 162 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. So that was not a very good total if you uh, consider the ideal total for the T20 games, because anything below 180 is giving chance to the opponent to easily win the match. So England knew that they have not got the that number of runs on the board, and Australia has a real advantage here. So if we talk about the England, their starting was not right. Bairstow was dismissed cheaply, and Josh Butler and the Malan, David Malan, are the two batsmen who contributed to the total. Josh Butler made 44 runs and the Malan made 66 runs. And after, if we leave these two batsmen, nothing more contributions from other batsmen. Chris Jordan hit a boundary on the final ball and he managed to score 14 runs of the 8 balls. So the Malan was the highest scorer in the 66 runs he has made. And if we talk about his T20 career, he has played 14 matches and he has an average of 51 with a strike rate of 149, and he is 100. He has scored a century and he has 750s. So out of 14 T20, he has 750s. So in half of the matches he has scored a half century, and in the eighth match you can say he has scored a century. So that is a tremendous record for a person who just played some 10 plus matches in the T20 circuit. 14 matches and 7 half centuries, that is really something. I am also very surprised to see the stats of David Malan. So he made 66 runs and give England some runs on the board so that they can fight against Australia. When Australia came to bat to chase 162 runs needed, they have the perfect start. So Jofra Archer, who has not been in his prime form lately, he didn't get that many wickets against the Pakistan series in the test matches, but he was looking that he was putting those extra efforts in his bowling. He was going above 150, above 145 plus on a consistent basis, and so was the another fast bowler Mark Wood, who also bowls in 145 plus consistently. So Jofra Archer was in this particular match, he was bowling great. He was bowling with a raw pace, but David Warner and Aaron Finch, they were playing Jofra Archer very well, because they were letting the ball to come to them and they were not playing him to the front of the wicket. So they were letting the ball come to them. That gives them extra few milliseconds, and they were playing all the shots to behind the wicket. So if you have seen the Rohit Sharma sixes to the pull shot, when the bowler is not that much fast, he is like a medium pacer. Rohit Sharma is able to hit that bowler on the mid wicket or maybe on the long on region. But if the bowler is of is having is bowling on 145 plus, then he plays those shots on the square leg region, on the fine leg region, because you don't get the time to hit the ball in front of your eyes. You can play you can let the ball to come to him, and then you can use the angle of your bat to play the same ball to the fine leg region or the square leg region. So that was, if you will watch highlights, you will see that David Warner and Aaron Finch was playing him behind of the wicket, and though the pace was the extra, they managed to play him quite well. So David Warner and Aaron Finch, they were batting beautifully, and they encompassed 98 runs in 11 overs. And after that, Steven Smith also scored 18 runs. And at one point of time, it was just looking Australia's game that it is going to be a very easy chase for them, as they just needed 38 runs in 6 overs, 36 balls, and 9 wickets in hand. So from nowhere it looks like a team can be defeated from this scenario with just 38 runs needed of 36 balls with 9 wickets in hand. David Warner was on the crease, Steven Smith was on the crease, a couple of great hitters to come, Maxwell, Stoinis, Carey is also a very good batsman, as he played beautifully in the 2019 World Cup, but he has to deliver consistently, because if I remember, I don't remember any good innings of him after the World Cup, and he has been also not a consistent feature in the Test cricket. Matthew Wade is taking his place, so it makes difficult for the batsman to just come in out in some format and start performing. So coming back to that equation, 38 runs needed of 36 balls, and after that it was just the wickets falling like a deck of cards. First, Steven Smith got out to Adil Rashid, Joe Archer, then was bowled by David Warner. Glenn Maxwell also tried to play up his shot and was caught on the Morgan on the cover area. Marcus Stoinis is a batsman who likes to take the game deeply. So if you have watched him, his innings of 146 runs that he played, but he couldn't. I think against the New Zealand he played, and he just batted beautifully and just changed the course of the things. Australia lost too many wickets, but he was fighting alone. But in the end, he couldn't cross the line. But he is the batsman who keeps his head calm and tries to take the game deeply, like Dhoni. That will be exaggeration, but if you will look at his style of play, he likes to take things deeply and give himself, the team, a better chance. So with 15 runs needed of the final 6 balls, the ball was handed to Tom Curran, and he has delivered in the recent series against Pakistan when 12 runs was needed of the last 2 balls. He was hit for a 6 on the second ball, but he managed to ball a last ball dot. So once again the responsibility was on his shoulders, and he was hit for 6 by Marcus Stoinis, and the equation came down to 9 runs of 4 balls, and it was Australia still has got the chance, but in the last ball they needed 5 runs, and Tom Curran, his action kind of makes him easy to deliver the Yorker deliveries. So he delivered the Yorker ball just on the right length, and Marcus Stoinis just managed to sneak out just 2 runs of the last ball, giving England a win by 2 runs. So that was a very anti-climax, if we can say, because and from no situation it was looking that England will win the match, and England managed to just take out this match from Australia's jaw. So there has been great comments coming in YouTube. So Rohit has written that Australia will never justify how they lost from the given equation. 6 overs, 38 runs needed, 9 wickets in hand. And there is a very good compilation Prithvi Adhikari has made. He has made a compilation of the nail biting games for the England. So he has listed World Cup final 2019. Obviously, the most exciting, nail-biting match we have ever watched. And Plunkett hit six to tie the game against Sri Lanka in the last ball. I think all of you must have watched the highlights of the match, if not the whole match. If you have not, it is on the YouTube. I will recommend it. So England required 7 runs of the last ball, and Plunkett hit a six to the long off. Mark Wood defends 7 runs versus South Africa, and against Miller and Morris. Both are very attacking batsmen, and to defend 7 runs against Miller and Morris is certainly an achievement. So there are some other some other matches he has written, and uh, somebody has written, when Butler is an opener, his whole batting is a highlight. So that is quite true. Butler has been in the very good form as of lately against Pakistan. He has been doing really well. And we need to accept that Morgan captaincy was brilliant. Yes, Morgan has delivered for the England in the World Cup, in everything, in all the, even after the World Cup, he has been taking the team together well. And somebody has written like Butler is Dhoni 2.0 right now. And if we watch the matches he has played, how he has played against the Pakistan, with all the responsibility, I think, yeah, he is playing with a lot of responsibility now, and he is very calm headed. So that was some responses. Rohit said the 2 minute silence is for those who slept early last night. One of the best T20 games I have ever seen. And yeah, this is just remarkable what we witnessed the last night. So that was we have for the coverage as of now. We will get back to you with other matches that will be happening in this series. Till then, stay healthy, stay fit, and keep watching cricket.